Yeah, we went through a couple of years where it was difficult and it was a national competition and there were many good teams in the state, and we did get some very good players, but we just couldn't click as a team.
I think overall the team, it was sort of a bit fractured at times, and we just didn't seem to have the right connection, you know what I mean? And as time went on, you know, when we got to the 84 team, we had key players in every position.
Davidson in the middle, Carino back to Davidson for a shot. 2-0, Alan Davidson. What a build-up, what a goal. Almost the entire team involved there. And Alan Davidson, the man, putting it away. That's his first goal of the year.
Now we had the system in place, and the key to the team was Len McKenry. Because for me, Len McKenry was probably probably one of the best coaches I've had. You know, I've had a lot of good coaches. You know, probably you're talking about Brian Clough at Nottingham Forest, and Len was a tough coach, and I had some issues with Len about some of the ways and thought ways. But as I've grown older, when I'm out of the game now, I look at what and think about how we played. I emulate the same things, and I won the Women's Premier League. So we won the league first time through Len McKenry's system.
This might sound corny or stupid, but every time I took the field for a game under Len McKenry, I thought we would win. I couldn't see anybody beating us. I played at a professional level in England, but I'd still never seen any coaching like Len did, and it just changed me, changed my game, made me a much better player.
He was very disciplined, and he got a squad together which was, you know, pressure, don't give him an inch, and yeah, it worked. You know, like the boys did really well.
Angele, will he try one? He does. A lovely shot and a great save by Lormetz, one-handed, tipping it over the bar.
84, you know, Len made me captain, and I was really proud to be captain of that team because there were so many good players in it. But I was an organiser. You couldn't shut me up. I used to finish a game and I could hardly speak. I was hoarse, you know, I'd lose my voice. And but that was what I did. You know, I was good at that. I was good at organising people.
Charlie Egan wins it. He's got Brown arriving now. On to Dougie Brown. Can you get the shot in? No mistake. Another super goal by South Melbourne. Charlie Egan was surrounded by three defenders, won it, gave it to the fast arriving Dougie Brown, and he made no mistake from just inside the penalty area.
Charlie Egan and Dougie Brown were key strikers, without doubt. You know, I think both of them were top goal scorers, and the whole team played around them, and all the players we had, even in midfield, you know, we had quality players in midfield, Kenny Murphy, Carl Holford, I think myself, and Oscar Carino in the middle as well.
It was like playing with your own Pele. You know, his ability on the ball and his ability to see things, his control, his technique was just first class.
Croatia team during this tournament. Carino, Brown running with him. Can they stay on side? Carino has three men in front of him. Gets in his shot, and it's a goal. Well, what a goal that is. That will have to go down in history. Well, if that doesn't get him the award as player of the series, nothing will.
Well, John Eisendel was a key factor. John and Steve Blair and Chris Calafatidis. Then we had, you know, Ange and Bobby Russell in the back line. And when the system came in and we all understood the system won us the trophy.
Yeah, it was brilliant to be there, and you know, we couldn't wait to go out onto the ground to play. You know, it was the dressing room was a buzz.
We had players that would run their guts out, players who, you know, would use all their skills, and players who would fight and you know, might not have been the most skillful, but would give everything they had to win games. And, you know, there were games that we battled, and there was games that, you know, we fought really hard. And if you've got 11 people out there who want to win, it makes that's a pretty good recipe for success.
Doug Brown. Here's a chance for Egan. Yes, it's in the net. Charlie Egan has put South Melbourne into the lead at 1-0. And we've been playing for 26 minutes. Doug Brown took the free kick. Murphy knocked it on. Parton couldn't stop it. And Egan puts it away.
Playing at Middle Park was awesome. Used to love playing there. You had electric crowds, you know, the atmosphere was brilliant and great for players to play in front of, and had some great battles.
South Melbourne supporters were the best supporters in the country for me. They were our life, you know. That was when you went out on the field, you know, you just wanted to play in front of the crowd, and I wanted to play in front of the crowd, and I wanted to do my best for them because, you know, they were great. I think they were the best supporters in the world.
Even now, you know, like whenever I go somewhere and a guy comes and goes, "Chris, remember me, Chris?" I go, "No." He goes, "I was the one, I put you on my shoulders and we were running around Olympic Park when you scored the winner at St George, Budapest, and that was me." Oh, I've got the photo at home. You know, like it's unbelievable.
I've lost all my hair, so nobody recognises me, which isn't such a bad thing.
The crowds make it so much more. It's a World Cup. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was really. It's a real. You felt the pressure when you actually got to the ground. When you're driving, you see all the cars and all the fans. That's when you felt the pressure straight away. You know, even though we knew what we were playing, we knew what we were getting into, but the Greek community made the finals.
We did all the hard yards, you know, we went through the playoffs and got to the grand final, and we won both games in the grand final. I think that just goes to show, you know, the sort of attitude, the, you know, dominance and mentality and ability of the team in '84.
Going, you know, being down to Melbourne, Croatia and coming back shows the determination and the resilience of the team and the quality of the team. And at the time, Heidelberg was quite a formidable force because they had pretty much half a national team play there. Do you know what I mean? So we matched them, we beat them, and we deserved it.
So Brown's corner. Headed in. 3-2 for South Melbourne Hallis. And once more the kids come onto the field. There's a corner. Eisendoorn goes bang.
I mean, we'd come through a lot of hard games to get to the final, and I thought we were ready. And they had some good players, but we managed to cut their ability down to a level, you know, which gave us the opportunity to play our game.
So many variations on the corner kick. Pitching a few goals this season as Eisendoorn makes it 2-0. And again, it was from the corner. Celebrations now on the South Melbourne bench.
We had a plan for corners, and Dougie could put a ball on a sixpence, you know, from a long distance. And being a smaller player, they probably didn't think I was such a threat from corners and stuff like that. So yeah, it's nice. It's always. I used to love scoring. When I was a kid growing up, I was always a goal scorer. So it's nice scoring goals, and those in the final made that final series for me quite special.
As the final whistle goes, South Melbourne are the Australian champions for 1984, defeating Sydney Olympic here 2-1 to make it 4-2 on aggregate. The end of the 1984 season, South Melbourne are the Australian champions.
Fantastic time. Hallis will always be in my heart. What can I say? You know, like they gave me an opportunity to play some soccer, and that's all I wanted to do at the time as a 16-year-old. And I'll be very grateful for South Melbourne, yeah.
Being that was probably the proudest moment, raising that trophy up in Sydney, My time here was extraordinary, and enjoyed every minute of it.
South Melbourne for me were the best years of my life. You know, I talked to my son who's a footballer, and I said, you know, that passion is something that just drives you, you know, and then, you know, being at South Melbourne turned it into an addiction. And from then on, and it's an addiction now, even though I'm 65 now, I'm still playing football 90 minutes every week, but you know, that's how much I owe to the Greek community for getting me involved in football. I owe everything to the Greeks. I owe my life to the Greeks, and they've looked after me. It's emotional, you know, because I owe it to them.